go. Hello everyone, we should be live. Yep, I can see the little audio thing doing its doodly-doo.
Hooray!
I can see cameras, at least 2 of them.
Yep.
And that secret cam that was set up in the other room so boss knows what we're doing. Yeah, welcome everyone. I think I'm actually in frame at the moment. Maybe I'm slightly cropped. Let's go down here. So yeah, welcome along to Monday Mayhem. That's double mayhem in a row. That's to compensate for a very thoughtful opening and ending to March. So we've got to cram in the mayhem in the middle of this month. So yeah,
Mid-March Monday Mayhem with Max and Marcus.
Mid-March Monday Mayhem. Yeah, there's too many M's. We're gonna get sued.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, no, because
Fine,
we're of course
the
the inferior M&M. That's us. So yeah, welcome everyone. I see a couple of you in chat. I can't currently check the chat, but I'll check messages when Marcus has a couple of dice on the trot. Yeah, if you want to go there, that's still a thing. I think we're both roughly in frame.
Yeah.
That's just a bit further. Yeah, that's about 2 meters.
Gaming table logistics in the COVID era.
Yeah, but yeah. So this is inspired heavily by our episode a couple of weeks ago on the Anglo-Canadian sectors rulebook. So Marcus doesn't have a British army at the moment. I don't have a Northwest Europe army for Germany at the moment. So we're borrowing the store armies. So they're not perfect. What you see is what you get. But they are close enough for our purposes. It's small stuff like, in my case, there's a couple riflemen who actually have assault rifles and stuff like that. So nothing
Actually,
particularly
fully
dramatic. Oh, fantastic.
This was a really nice challenge because we just got given these big boxes with the store Brits and the store Germans in an hour before we started setting up for this.
Yeah, and nothing resembling a complete range.
No.
Like, it's a good old force. You could probably build 1,500 if you put everything on the table. But, yeah, you kind of have to make some adjustments with this.
So a little bit of a list building challenge almost with, here's what you got, make it work.
Yeah, and for me, a completely different list than what I'd normally take.
Yeah.
When I play Germany, I play much earlier in the war than this. So there's crazy things like Panthers. This is the heaviest tank I think I've literally ever taken to a game about Act. No, seriously.
Wow.
That is the single most expensive vehicle I've ever fielded.
I look at that like, that's cute.
That's cute, yeah.
Nice little medium you've got there.
Yeah, is it only heavy from the front?
I think it's heavy from the front, super heavy from the front, heavy all round. But we'll double check.
Stupid. I think it's heavy from the front because I only had 40mm side.
I never use Panthers. I'm sat there like, wait, is it not super heavy? Why am I bothering?
They're very cool. You've got a super heavy gun.
Yes.
I see you've brought one of the Panthers' regular playmates in Normandy.
Churchill. I've actually gone with the Churchill Mark 6 here with the 75.
Okay.
I saw you had quite a bit of infantry, but not too much, so I kind of thought, I might like the extra HE, actually.
So Marcus is, of course, cheating, because I wrote this list sight unseen, I've not seen his, and then having deployed it, and kind of gone, cool, and this unit, he went, right, now I'm going to write mine. So he's been able to tailor, like, the cheesy he is, but, but roughly same size forces, exactly 1k each. I have your exact 1k.
I'm exactly 1k, I'm on 10 dice.
Literally the most balanced game, points-wise, you could ever achieve. And similar on the bodies, I see you've got a couple more things like universal carriers.
Yes.
For a bit of variation, whereas I've got a pack 40.
Yeah.
I might actually have a tiny bit more infantry.
These are a really weird set of lists for both of us. I mean, for me, I've never played proper Brits before. Don't worry, it is not COVID. It is actually just weirdly dusty in here because we've been moving the boards around.
Yeah, I've inhaled about half a shop's worth of flux.
Yeah, it's kind of aerosolized. If we appear to be appeering through a green tinge, that's just the aerosolized static grass.
Well, we've got to relax somehow before we stream it.
Bold there, Max. There goes our demonetization.
Wow.
Nice knowing you, folks.
Oh no, the pennies! The pennies!
But no, I mean, in fairness, looking at the lists we've got, I mean, for me, no super heavy. I've only got a mere heavy. Things like no flamethrower, no multi-launcher. So all my crutches have been kicked out from under.
This is a very... I love this kind of game. I call this like a back to basics game.
Yes, absolutely.
You've got primarily regular infantry backed up by a couple tanks and some AFVs.
Yep.
I've got mostly regular infantry, because it's Germany, backed up by a really heavy tank, and one veteran squad. I do have one vet squad.
So do I, actually.
Oh, do you?
So I've got my 5-man bods up here with 3 SMGs who are probably going to be running one of the universal carriers.
Oh, nice. So, let's stop with the chit-chat. Let's get to business. So I'm going to go down my force just so the audience is aware of what I'm taking. Haha, what have I forgot?
What have you?
You're going down because I need to run into the other room and grab...
Your army list?
Oh, no, my army list. I literally don't need an army list. One LMG, assault rifles. Literally what you see. That's army listing.
What's that, Max?
that's a chicken, so you shouldn't have to shoot it. I hope the camouflage isn't working too well. There is a vehicle there. See, proof. Where's it going? Yeah, no, I've left my office next door. So do you want to explain to the good folk what their thing is? So obviously we won't be able to get side cam, so you should be able to point at what you're doing now.
Yes. So obviously while Max goes to retrieve his deserter, personally I don't think you should be allowed to use them, but there we are. We have, starting from this side, good old-fashioned, might be able to see them on the screen, 10-man British infantry section, 1 LMG, all the good gubbins stuff there. Then 5-man veteran squad. I don't tend to use these very much, but 5-man veteran with 3 LMGs. Now Max is out of the room. The main reason I've got this is for them to hide in the universal carrier and skedaddle over the board and do objective things. Then the heavy hitter, Churchill Mark 6 with the 75, because why would you have a 6-pounder when you can have a 75 for 10 points and have more HE? After that, good old-fashioned officer and a friend with SMGs. A brace of universal carriers, which I have never used before in my life. I'm really not a transport, normally a transport vehicle kind of guy, but it'd be nice to see what I can do with them and get some extra mobility. Because I'm a German player, I wanted a Puma. They wouldn't let me have a Puma because I'm playing Brits today, so I did the next best thing, AEC Mark III. I can't believe it's not a Puma but green. Medium mortar.
Did the AEC go like stupidly long into the 80s?
I think derivatives might have done in some countries, although I can't quite remember. Medium mortar team with a spotter, essential at 1,000 points for my money. I see Max has also taken one, despite his avowed hatred of mortars.
Well, I'm not taking anti-tank grenades here, so we've got to do something odd.
Yep, another good old-fashioned 10-man British infantry blob, regulars with an SMG and an LMG. Can't get much more generic than that. And finally, every British opponent's favourite unit. You know him, you love him. Free Foo.
Free Foo. I've been really lucky with those lately. My enemies keep blowing themselves up with them. So is it just that squad that was there?
Yeah, just those squads of veteran, those 5 bods. That's 10 blob of regs.
What's the second UC for?
The second UC is...
Does it just exist because he's technically the mortar?
He's listed as transporting the mortar, but he's just there because why would I not take a second UC?
Yeah, it's a thing with 2 LMGs that's harder to kill than
only
that.
the 1 LMG. I've not done the Pintles on them.
Okay. So neither got Pintles.
No, that's just because
they are far less scary.
I didn't feel like snapping Stores Pintles off. Really, I should have done it for playing properly, but you know, I'm just too nice.
Well, you can go on further and convert the Pintles. Ooh. That was a special kind of torture. So what I did for mine was I'm about to do mine. I'm going to put the camera on me. What I did for mine was using the Soviet service.
Yes.
So actually chopped off all the Brens and put on DP-28 machine guns with the record players on top.
Yeah.
Looked fantastic, but every time I touched them, I'm like, very gingerly.
Brass rod it.
Yeah, no, it's a plastic gun. And it's got the barrel sticks out, so I don't want to vibrate. So the whole thing is vulnerable. So my list is pretty simple, to be honest. Less bodies than I'm used to, which I'm not happy about. So probably the most fancy thing is, of course, the Panther. Funny enough, this is the IR infrared version.
Panther G, yeah. With the, I don't know if they called it Vampire on the tanks, but... Really cool,
that has to be a post-World War IIism, because all the cool names are. But yeah, Panther, that's, like I say, that's the fun thing for this game. It's something a bit different. I've got a big blob here that hopefully you can differentiate on camera of assault rifle veterans.
10-man assault.
10-man assault rifle squad. So what I've done is I've put them on all the ones with the more flock on their bases.
Yeah.
They're the ones, hopefully they show up a little bit different.
Hopefully half them are in Zelt barns, which is nice.
Yeah, so they're a little bit visually distinct for our purposes, and hopefully they will show up a little bit different on camera. We've got 2 squads of 8 and 9. Going to do just what we could squeeze in on the points. Both with an LMG.
Yep.
Both with a Panzerfaust. And that's it. No toys. Ooh. They are long-range fire support units. Speaking of long-range fire support, the Spandau.
Oh, nice.
So I'm not a big fan of LMGs, but I'm consistently trying to make them work because they are so on brief.
Oh yeah, the iconic weapon of the war.
Exactly. Pack 40s, I think big AT guns are really cool. I want to see them get a bit more love if we do a edition 3, because I think either a little bit cheaper to see a bit more of them on the table, or just give them a buff over tanks like stable firing position. You get +1 to hit, sort of thing. I don't know.
I mean, as it is at the moment,
very cool.
As it is at the moment, my thinking is very much, I think, in line with the traditional thinking, which is if I'm going to take an anti-tank gun, I may as well take a mobile armoured box to slap it.
Yeah, exactly. There's not enough of a price difference for me.
Yeah.
But, you know, they're still good.
But it's really nice to actually be told, these are the forces you've got. Make a list with them in 10 minutes, and you're playing in an hour.
Yeah.
Because it means that we can't sit there and, get into that math hammery mode of going, well, actually...
Or paint what we want.
Yeah.
Like, that's a genuine fact. This is very much the sort of thing that if we had just started the hobby...
Yeah.
You get a £90 starter box, I get a £90 starter box. On top of Band of Brothers, we got our rule books. This is, like I say, it's back to basics, bolt action.
Oh, God,
I'm a big fan of it. And then finally, as Mark said, water.
So I'd
goes pop.
I really like the mortars.
Just so that the matching bases
your officers,
as opposed to my spotter.
Your officer's finally turned up.
Yes.
He was sampling the local ale.
Yeah, he's got his mate reading in the newspaper, so clearly distracted him. So, I'm going to camera down on this front.
See what the chat's predictions are. Chat. So obviously, hello to all of you. I can't see you.
So just wondering
but I can
why I
feel
did
your
that.
presence.
I went like that, so get a dice roller active.
Oh, look at that.
It actually kind of works. It's fine. So I'll leave that there.
Slick, smooth, and dangerously professional.
So, I can't remember who goes first, but roll a d6 because it's close enough. Basically, for who places their base first. 2
to 1.
You can place your base first, please.
Thank you.
So we've got some.
we should probably tell them what we're playing, shouldn't we?
Yeah. So we've already pre-selected 6, which is demolitions. Scenario 6, which is demolitions. Scenario 6 is you place within 4 inches of your backline a base, which we're representing with 2 sandbags and a little token. If any enemy unit ends their turn in base contact, it is destroyed. That is the whole objective. Draw if you both got it. Draw if neither of you get it. Win if what you get it and your opponent doesn't.
Yep.
Simple as.
The game could theoretically end turn 1, turn 7, in exactly the same way.
I could end turn 1, but...
Knew I should have bought Paras with the sneaky Paras.
I think the only things that hugely come into it is units that can't objective secured.
Yes.
Can't do it, for example. So if you've got something like your...
AEC, for example.
No, AEC
can't it?
Yeah. Things like medics.
Yes.
Medics can't.
And same with spotters and foos. And
yeah.
I'm going to put him right there, behind the hedge.
Okay.
I think my cunning plan here is not to have it far away from Max, but to have it nice and low out of line of sight so that Max forgets it's there.
Stranger things have worked.
Max's vision's based on movement, so it's just going to stay static and I'm not going to try and move anything near it.
Okay, so up to me.
Over to you, sir.
Yeah, so I've got mine here as well.
Is he going in the trees? Thank you. That'll be carried nicely downstream to my positions and I can just sit and wait for 3 turns.
Yeah, but that's what bolt action is really missing, an effective way to demonstrate the current.
Right?
Do we want it there?
So we could mash it up with the weather rules from Victory at Sea.
Ooh, I've got some terrible ideas, but we'll act on them.
Chat, obviously, for those of you who may be new and maybe have not seen us play this before, Max and I have been playing each other at various war games for, God, what? Gotta be at least 7.
When I came back into the hobby back in 2016, probably the first time we played.
Yeah, so at least 5 years we've been playing each other, knocking around. I think I can...
You've won one.
Yeah, I can count on the fingers of a blind carpenter's hand how many I've actually won.
I used to be all humble about it, but now it's like, I don't know.
now you're
just rude.
Now you brag professionally about it. I hope that's on your CV, Max. What do you do? What did you do with Warlord Games? I bigged up my achievements playing toy soldiers.
So I'm actually just going to put it here.
Oh, you fiend.
Yeah, it's a nice high position. It's bugger to get to because there's a river there, and my offensive push is going to go out that way, so hopefully I won't actually need to leave troops behind. I was toying with the idea of putting them in this village, but that means that half the forces go push over there.
And too easy for me to get to on those roads as well.
Yeah.
I could potentially get that turn 2.
So mine is a nice horrible pig to get to, so I think that's going to do us well.
I think
so. Dice in the bag. We've got hand sign in here, so we'll just do it like that again. So my dice in.
Yep. And my dice, which obviously we've pre-sanitised all of these and all of our equipment beforehand. My dice are also in.
Hey, thank you everyone in chat. I see a couple of people saying good luck and whatnot, which is very good.
Oh, nice. Is anyone predicting a glorious victory for me? Where are the Marcus loyalists in chat? Come on.
Well, Mike's not one of them. Doesn't Max always win? There we go. I like it.
Yeah. So Max, come on, dude.
We got Spiny Requiem saying
the Not a Puma for MVP, that counts as support for you, I think.
I'll take that,
It's for one of your units.
I mean, in fairness, I think it was Haggard last week who was very insistent that I might win last game, and then had abandoned me by about halfway through turn 1. So it's alright, I'm used to it, my heart can take it.
So, dice are in.
Yep, and now it's, obviously you got the highest score, so you get to choose up to half of your force that you may wish to deploy in reserve.
Oh, nothing's going in reserve.
And then deploy, sir. Let us.
So your greens, over to you. Yours
Right.
first.
And it's, what's the deployment zone for this? It's just 12s. So I think, first order of, bee's knees is the medium mortar team. Just going to hide behind the church very bravely.
Nice.
And Spotter goes after. Yep. So he's going to look. Should I dice for him?
Me.
You, sir. Go away, Spotter. These store guys did a really good job with these of magnetising the bases and the cases they're in. And every time I pick them up, I'm like, what have I got on the base? Why is there rubbish on the bottom of my base? Like, oh no, it's supposed to be there.
Yeah, mortar just up in mortar corner.
Everyone's favourite 2 mortar spots behind the church and in the corner.
I can't get his base flex as a bit of a thing here, but
That's fine.
mortar corner.
They're mountaineering mortars, they can Bergjager max.
Well, more importantly, in real life, they don't have a 60mm base strap to their feet.
No, this is true.
Dice.
Well, I think they did in Toy Story.
Yeah. Yeah.
And,
Without a doubt.
and Toy Story is pretty accurate.
My favourite historical documentary.
Right. These blokes,
Yeah.
in the carrier. Go. Off you go.
And another one.
I don't want to. Stop it. Mr. Hossifer in the carrier.
Okay. Me. Okay, so I've got a plan. How am I doing it?
Where will you put your game-winning MMG team, Max?
I might be the MMG team first, I think. Nice open firing position.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's prone on the model, you can't see him, which means you will forget he's there.
When I said Max's vision's based on movement, I neglected to mention for tactical reasons that so is mine. We don't do very well in long queues.
The cloning was a great success, like scientifically, but just a poor decision, really.
Yeah. One day we'll find our gene father, Max, and then we'll kill him for the ills he has done to us.
Well, not you.
Jerry's behind you, hedgerow.
Yeah, it's all going a little bit Commando comics.
It is, isn't it? That actually, you know what, this is, for me, this is the classic game of bolt action.
You've got a worse soldier, he's got just a Panzerfaust, like not even a pistol. Come on, Hans.
He left it at home. Always forgetting his hands. My Volkssturm are better equipped than his.
No.
999.
Hey. Fine, I'll do another one. With DJ Kaladin.
Another one.
Caledicus.
Oh, there's your new. If you ever get a Roman to lead your SPQR warband.
Caledicus.
Caledicus. Demetrius Julius Caledicus.
Demetrius?
DJ.
Ah, yes, yeah.
God, Max, keep up. But imagine I said that in Latin, because that would have been way wittier.
Okay. Now I'm getting on to the point where I'm actually going to start deploying good units.
Oh, this is my trick. I paralyse him.
It's always an issue.
He has indecision about how he's going to beat me, and what I need to do is we need to institute a turn counter, like a timer here.
Officers, again, hidden.
Who's ambushing who here, Max?
We're going for each other's objectives. This
This
is
is
like
true.
as close to a pitched battle as you get.
Yeah.
This is like I imagine situations like this come up with like, you know, it's kind of like the World War I combat of World War II. It's we don't dig trenches, but we just inch closer until we like okay, bite the bullet, and forward operating like forward observation points, command posts, stuff like that.
Oh, absolutely. I mean,
They're right on the front line. So cool, let's go behead the enemy, and then the sector's going to be in trouble. So yeah.
Horrible, brutal, grindy attrition warfare.
We loves it. It's the good stuff. Well, horrible, awful, brutal, grindy stuff, but yes. Cool. So the 2 universal carriers deployed.
Okay, I got an idea in my head. How's the best way to implement it?
By telling me, and we can discuss it in great detail, and I can tell you.
Get out of my brain, thoughts!
See, this is why I'm actually the perfect bolt action player. I don't have any thoughts, so I can't be confused. Oh, that's terrifyingly thematic.
Yeah, pack 40, write down the thing, so if you want to push down that one, it's hopefully going to give you some concern.
Some mild consternation, perhaps. I'll admit a twinge.
I love this dude. If I was going to paint him myself, I'd paint that like a Pringles tube.
Max, it's not too late.
He's not mine. Yeah, that guy.
I don't
Here's the Pringles.
I don't think Store would mind if you came back holding some Pringles.
Cool. I guess all of my dice coming out first.
I like it.
This is an issue.
What will happen, of course, is then in the reverse will of course happen. Because I'm blessed by the gods of dice. Right, gods of dice?
So there we go. Tonk.
The gods of dice say yes. Big tonk.
Yeah, they say, whatever you say, honey.
Will you get over that bridge?
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Don't
Swim if I have to.
throw a track.
I can't, they're quite heavy. Let me neck another one.
I'm loving you today.
Yeah.
GG, bud.
Yeah, just when I don't want it. That's fine though, like it's not a major issue. I'm not currently thinking in lines of like reactive deployment and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I knew exactly roughly how I wanted it. Exactly roughly, ha ha ha. But like I knew what I was going for, and it was just kind of react on the spot for like spot changes on the fly.
Mr. Fu, in his traditional home,
Acting a fool.
shacked in the Fu.
Wow, I think that's my whole army.
You've got
one
unit there, and then whatever matey boy's doing out there.
Spotted doesn't have dice.
Okay.
You selected the dice, and you might give me one too many.
That was my cunning plan, chat. When you can't beat them, cheat. I thought I gave you 10. Sorry, 8.
Does 9.
Does this not, chat, give you wondrous tournament vibes of where did that unit come from? It's his dice.
No, it is right. Yeah, there we go.
Thank you. No, I'm not thanking you. Damn you. These fine Thomases shall enter the church.
Okay. A bold play, let's see if it pays off.
I'm hoping that with plenty of gun, you're going to struggle to actually close on my objective.
Oh, that's an important thing we haven't mentioned, unless you did it when I was in the other room.
What was that?
What national characteristic you go?
Oh, yes, give me just 1 second to demolish the church and get excommunicated for it, no doubt. I will actually be going for rapid fire.
Okay, thought you might.
2 10-man regular squads, it's kind of got to be done.
A pretty default selection.
I toyed with blood-curdling charge, and then I kind of thought, well, it's not that kind of game. Same with Vengeance, and I was like, not that kind of game, really.
You know what Vengeance does up
Basically, it's a check to immediately before you take an order to take 1 pin off if you're within 12 of an enemy unit at the start of the turn.
Okay.
Which isn't bad. Next 10 bloob. What have you got left to deploy, Max?
Just my assault rifle squad.
Ouch. Just the dirty stuff, yeah?
Yeah, it's not dirty. Just good.
Just expensive. Max plays late war Germans.
Haggard's saying there regarding the animal sprue. You could play it like that. Honestly, I'd just put them down kind of loose, and then where required, use them as light or heavy cover, depending on what the animal in question is.
Wait, what's this?
He's saying, I brought the farm animals through. Maybe you should get rules for the things. And I say, like, honestly, cover rule.
Yeah.
Cover rule, and if you really want to get thematic, they might wander off mid-game. Genuinely, like, scatter dice, d6.
Yeah.
Use the order dice to see which way they head, and then d6 it.
Well done. There. There's my old dice. Thank you. Trying to work out what that dice was and why.
Churchill or AEC?
Ace. The Ike. Yes, the AEC. We'll go there.
And the Churchill, please.
The Churchill. The Churchill. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I was talking to someone who grew up in England about the same time as us the other day, and they'd never heard that Churchill advert.
That's
right.
Highly statistically unlikely.
Right? They was like, because I think I said, oh, yes.
Yeah.
And they're like, what do you mean? What's that? What's that from? Did you not have a telly?
Yeah, that's very odd.
It's a peculiar one, right?
This guy's a veteran. He's clearly been on the other front, considering he's got a
PPSH.
Yeah.
He's either that or he's an Austrian.
Well, he's definitely not got a PPSH for this purpose, because he's got an STG-44.
Oh, 9mm Tokarev, 6mm, 8mm Kurtz, basically the same cartridge, right?
Basically the same gun, too. Right, dice in.
Yeah, and forward observers.
Okay. How do we actually do this?
D6, yeah. 6. 2. I said mine louder, so mine's a winner.
That's how that works, but who am I to deny you?
Right. Well, when we get Alessio on, we can ask him. Alessio, is it true that if you roll lower dice than your opponent, but you say the result louder, you win?
Right. I don't really mind where he goes. There's not really that many places he needs to see, so I'm just going to pop him there.
Yeah.
Boring as it is,
And
he's still comfortably within his own deployment zone.
He's going to keep the foo company.
Ah, got it. That's where my mortar's going.
Yes. That's also where my mortar's going. Your pack 40.
Oh dear, that's right, I'll just jump in the lake.
Hans, we are going swimming. Why? Don't ask.
And you don't want to know.
I told you we should have bought this swim wagon.
Right.
So, cue the music and, a cheeky turn. Number 1.
Yes. Yes, good luck and all that jazz.
Yes.
Remember, we got this here, so it's going to be useful.
Whoop. In lieu of trash talk, I shall simply say GG no re.
Me!
Damn.
I like it when it's me first.
That's not the person I wanted to go first. The person I wanted to go first was the person I am.
I am guilty of being me.
Oh, wouldn't you believe it?
Ow. Right. How is my master plan going to go this turn?
Your ridiculously circuitous plan is 1/4 complete.
Aha! Right. So this plan is really complicated. It involves missing the broadside of a barn, but strategically.
It's a good job there's no barns. Haha, you've fallen at the first hurdle, Max. You weakling. Oh, he's going to the rule book.
I just need to check how many...
That's where we find out Max has forgotten how to play.
Yeah, I fell down the stairs the other day.
Max is like, yeah, no, so my panther's going to sling your hero. Like, what, Max?
Yeah, cool. I couldn't remember if it was for tracked vehicles, one pivot normally, and then...
Double for road.
Or none for road.
Yeah.
Or if it's 2 normally and 1 for run, so he only gets 1 even though he is on a road.
Yes.
But he gets to go a lot quicker for it, so that's 4-inch movement.
Is he running?
Huh?
Is he running?
Why would he run? He gets double movement.
Ah, true, yes. I was going to say, it was because you said only 1 for a run.
So that's his initial 9.
Crouching tiger, running panther.
And he can't see what he needs to shoot, so he's going to continue. Now he can.
Brum.
There we go.
He's shooting back at the building.
Yeah, he's shooting the church. It's a nice obvious target, and then he's going to pop your infantry with the MMG comfortably within his arc.
Yep, that'll be heavy cover.
So I'm going to do the church first because that's going to be 4s.
Yep.
Just moved.
Yep.
He's super heavy. He's going to be in half range, and it's big enough that I'm going to say that 1 tree ain't cover.
Not unless you're firing discarding Sabo and aiming for a window.
Yeah. Unsurprisingly, firing HE.
Oh, I thought I had you there with the discarding Sabo trick.
Nope, not with that dice. Oof. And 6 shots on those. So 4s because of move.
Yep.
Range if it's not range. So just 6s because of hard cover.
Yep. They'll stay up actually.
1 hit, so take the pin.
And they are Regularios.
No kill.
Nice.
So, that's first dice.
Noisy and inconclusive.
Yeah.
Just like
the thing is I could bring down the whole church here with a good roll. So,
oh yeah.
Considering the church was not really in play, I was like, that's just got to be what it's done.
Oh, for sure.
How it has to be. So, next dice.
How it is, how it's got to be.
Another one for me. Nice.
Did I put my dice in there?
Pack 40. No cover, shooting that.
The UC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it 72 for a heavy up?
Yes, I think so. Or 60. Possibly something weird like that.
72. So you should be, I imagine, short range, which make it nice, clean. 6s. Oh, sorry, 3s.
No. First answer works. First answer's fine for me.
That's an order die.
He fires rally.
Hits.
Ouch. Anything but.
Yeah. Penned.
Yep.
And whoops. Destroyed.
Kerplunk.
So who was in there?
That would be the veterans.
Cool. So they take D6 hits.
Yep.
Whoops.
Under the cotton wool.
2 hits.
Yep. Anything but.
No, we're not. Just hits. 1 wound.
Only once.
Yeah, because it's vehicle destroyed. You don't
true,
take
yeah,
it on
I was thinking
you don't take
dead.
it on the gun.
So 1 dead, and they immediately disembark.
I think it's D6 pins and you have to go down.
Yes, disembark, go down. Can have 2 dice out of the bag, 1 for the dead and 1 for the
I'll
dudes.
have the dead dice, and there's 1 for you.
And I'll have the dude dice, please. And D6 pins.
Take 6. Could someone just double check on the rules for the pins? Because I'm sure it's D6 pins on disembarking transport, but it's not one that you see every day.
Yeah, normally none of us
But
use
yeah,
transports.
Gideon asking, is it a panther? Yes, it is a panther. I don't normally take this army, so I wanted to take something a bit different and a bit special. So, yeah, that's pretty big, so it counts as special to me. Right, your turn.
It's special to me, damn it. Mr. Churchill. Is he slow? That's the thing I should probably check.
I've never used a sure a Churchill was slow.
Never used a Churchill before. Never in all my life. Yes, he is slow, so that's what can only advance, isn't it? Slow.
So there's 6. 6 is smooth.
6, so double for road, but 1 pivot. Rum. Pivot. Rum. Crunch the cart. He's going to have to try it.
No pins for that, apparently.
No
Just,
pins.
just a kill.
Sweet. And 1 pin for being hit by the thing while they were in the transport as well.
Mhm.
Yep. Cool. So, Mr. Churchill is going to say hello to Mr. Panther.
Okay.
With the 75. And he's also going to try and machine gun the MMG team, who are going to have all the cover in the world.
Okay, I'd say at least soft cover for that, because a lot of that's covered by tree.
Yep.
And bridge.
Yep. And armour.
So at least 5, depending on range.
Yep. So. Yeah,
Long
that's
range,
good. Long
6s.
range, so 6s. 1 shot. So that's all you need with superior British gunnery. Apparently I needed more than that.
Not like that.
And then 5 shots with the Mung in the hull.
So that'd be 6 if it's short range, which I don't think it is.
There'll be 7s.
Nah, way out. So 6 and 6.
2 to confirm. Nothing.
Not the Beezer.
Beg your pardon, sir.
Not the Beezer.
Ah, yes, yes. I understand now. Clarity is restored to my life.
Well, it starts with me to go on. Mortar on the church.
Yep.
6. Cool. D6 hits on them, plus D3 pins.
Yep.
So, hits first. Nice early 0. 6.
Yeah. So there's 3 units in there, so that's going to be a per, isn't it?
No, it's bottom floor.
Cool.
Church, not church tower.
Yep. Regs,
So 4 dead.
Yep.
And please take 1 pin. They're not bothered. It's only half of us that are dead, lads.
It was 4 guys that nobody liked. They all owed everyone beer money.
That's a marvellous blooming start.
Yeah.
Right. Possibly time for vengeance, though.
Yes, forward artillery observer, fire.
Okay.
And he is going to fire.
There.
Okay.
You're going to need to find a token of some flavour.
Yeah. Aha, we have smoke.
Whoops, we got the stream name wrong. Can I update it midstream?
There we go.
Not going to bother updating the description because that's less important, but thank you for pointing that out. Conradson, I just spotted that.
And hello, Conradson. And hello to everyone else as well.
What was that turn?
That was
just
fire, and
yeah.
your marker is there.
I ain't even bothered.
The German's like, oh, nice fireworks.
So, my dice. Actually, just going to run these. Bit risky, but what are you going to do? Sometimes you gotta. And they are in a nice amount of cover there, so let's bring the MG42. That seems like a good thing to have.
Yeah,
with a needing combat.
Leave it at home, dude. You'll be fine.
Another one for yourself.
Yep. Let's go. So, I think it is now the time of my mortar.
Yep.
Who is going to go for your pack 40? Cool. So we have fire. And on 6 to begin with.
Back in the thing.
Oh my god. No. However, if you add up all the rolls that missed, that easily makes a 6. That's still be on fire.
They count for negative if you don't hit.
That's the whole thing. The good old rule of any dice off the table automatically misses.
For the purposes of this,
Yeah.
put it in the thing. Because I've had one that was a 6 that was out of the thing.
Oh, yeah.
The audience can't see it didn't happen.
These men are going to attempt to advance. They're the big blob.
-2 to your check.
Yep. So regs, so looking for 6s. 7s. Love it.
Yeah.
Ping comes on, ping goes off. I'm going to do their very level best to pretend that they are in fact masonry.
Just going to move that because it's come off its placement.
You see, as soon as my guys find a place to hide, Max plays God and moves the terrain.
I'm more worried about the terrain falling on your guys.
This is true. There we go. They have advanced.
Ooh, no, it's mine. I'm not giving it to you. Change my mind.
I'll take it if you want it, but
Complete brain fart moment there.
it's because you're used to playing against my Germans, and I am normally a black order dice kind of guy, or silver.
Alright, let's get the good unit up first. They know where they need to be. They know what they got to do. It's just a run, so we're not going to be shooting this turn.
Yep.
But using the tank for cover, which is a great visual, I think.
Oh, yes.
Can we also say, for the purposes of if they get hit by Artie, he's like there, so it's like equal spacing.
That's fine. Yeah.
They are being fought by gravity because they are not actually men. They are 28mm soldiers, so it's just not doing them any favours in that fight against gravity.
I do.
Now, I can stand upright while standing on a bridge, but if I was 20mm and made of plastic, I reckon I could.
Now, Max, I've been on bridges with you.
Mm.
And I'm sorry, but unfortunately the evidence that I've seen does suggest that you are in fact a 28mm plastic man.
Well, I'll settle for 28mm meat man.
that's
I don't really lose much in the way of height, and I gain a lot in the way of buff.
That's certainly a name. These men are going to advance out of the building if they dare.
Sure. A job we didn't roll for.
What did we not roll?
Prep bomb with the church. No, prep bomb.
Church collapsing.
Yeah. Can I even do it?
No, I can't do it. Need a 10.
Yeah. I can do it with a heavy mortar.
Yep. So only one pin, despite half of them being wiped out. They really
They're
don't.
less bothered than the guys who got.
And they fail anyway.
Oh my lord. Down they go.
Down, down.
Well, to be fair, like thematically, that's more appropriate that they did panic. Because, oh boy, the Hun are shooting a church.
Yeah. Yeah, hang on a minute. Do I get points for moral victory here?
Sure. They're not refundable or usable in stores, but sure, you can have some points. Oh my lord, I've actually found an extra MG42. So, yeah. You know?
Yeah, that looks like a legal movement. It's, yeah, that's the 7th face of the order dice, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm going for a lot of runs this turn. So I'm not going in the woods. My tape measure is, but it's not going quite in the woods. So still using line of sight blocking from the woods.
Yeah.
And again, I'm going to keep a little bit of spacing.
All of this makes sense to me.
Tactics in bolt action.
Never heard the last of it.
Whatever next.
They should be telling us some kind of competitive meta.
You're going to be doing tournaments of it at this rate.
Down in the vehicle, officer team.
Oh, yeah. Right, I think it's my last dice, possibly? No, I'm not cheating. I'm going to be shiftless. Oh no, I do have one left in. So, big shuffle. So, mortar. MMG. Oh, an officer. There we go. So the MMG doesn't like standing right next to the potential explosion zone.
No. Can see why he wouldn't.
So I'm just going to do like the most boring thing I possibly can. Just go for another run. Been a very athletic turn here. It's a good thing.
Yeah, what you've actually got is the German cross-country team.
Yeah. Again, not quite flat, but for the purposes of in real life, they're not on a 60mm base.
I don't know. I was watching some colorized footage, and
Was it History Channel? Disregard it.
Might have been History, but they all had
Is that
plastic.
contentious?
They all had plastic glue. What, the History Channel doesn't do history?
Or just sucks?
Chat. Let us know what you think of History Channel, because I imagine there's some of you in there that have easier access to it than we do. Because like in the UK,
I haven't watched it in years.
in the UK, it's like
last
Sky
time I
only,
watched it, it was
right?
terrible.
Yeah.
Right, 2 dice left for you.
So the Blue Universal Carrier is going to make a pivot and a run. Bold, bold.
A run.
Yes.
Okay.
Suddenly 18 on road.
36.
36, yes.
But 1 turn.
Yes.
Unless you see something special, which I don't believe
Oh,
they
they've
do.
got turn on the spot, but
So
that doesn't
you
count.
can go up to 180 or with your turn, but you still only get 1 turn.
Yeah. Try and stop me, Jerry. They will, with ease. Contemptuous ease. But he's at least got to try and shoot something. Cool. And then the last dice is going to be the AEC, who Spiny Requiem correctly pointed out is going to win me this game.
Mm-hmm.
Single-handedly. And he's going to do that on a fire order.
Okay.
With high explosive from a 75mm
Okay.
into them.
Cool, heavy cover.
There you go. Fire. Inside half range.
So 5s.
So, yep. Dice. There they are. That's a hit.
Nice.
And it's 75. So it's medium but 1 bigger. Which
It's
is
2 inch.
Yeah. 2 inches. I think the most I'm going to get is probably 3, it looks like.
Yeah, they're massive spaced out.
Yep, so 3. And they're just regs, aren't they?
Yeah.
So that's going to be what? 3s?
2s.
Take 1 and check exceptional. 1? Oh, sorry, take 2 and check exceptional. But no exceptional.
And D3 pins.
Yes. 2. Good.
That's a can for the pins.
And that's turn. That's and the dice. They go back in. The dice. They go flying everywhere.
That's to my assault troops.
The little men. They do nothing.
And yours. Marvellous. Right, I'm going to hand Sam if you want to take the dice this turn.
You certainly shall, sir. Oh, and we've got a counter over 2. You found any new paper cuts? In that round of hand, Sam?
I've done that enough times today.
You're in fact numb to the pain. That's me. That's very useful. So, it's going to have to be a disembark on an advance for the officer team,
Okay.
which they will attempt to do with great haste. Going to need to check Tiger Fear.
Yep.
Regular, +1 in themselves, which is a flat order check on 9s. And they love it.
Okay.
Not only do they love it, they find great joy in it. Yeah, if you're going to have to shuffle around a little bit, because I need to get across the river, please. Max will hide in the corner. Cower in fear, in fact, my mighty British Tommies. Attempt a storming manoeuvre. Across the river. Well, there's nothing they can shoot at. Oh, actually, can they see those? Probably.
Yeah.
They're going to SMGs.
Yep.
Going to give it a go. Are they in range? 1 is, 1 isn't.
Yeah, 1 is.
So 2 shots. Don't care about the moving, but long range. So 4s.
Heavy cover.
Yep, 6s. Nothing. Snake eyes.
Nice.
Less than nothing somehow. Cool. Misa.
Okay.
I've actually got to start thinking. I don't like that. The Universal Carrier is going to advance, and he is going to attempt to give them some good old machine gun and love.
Okay.
But he's going to have to check Tiger Fear first.
Yep.
In range of the officer, so that'll cancel. But oh,
Nice.
he actually hasn't even noticed the panther. He's like, panther? What panther? And literally all he's going to do is back up a little.
Yep.
And, give him some love, courtesy. That's all 1 unit, yeah?
Yeah. So it'll be 6s again.
Yep.
2, 3, 4. Because 4 for move, 6 for heavy cover.
Yeah. Wow, 2 hits.
Nice.
And they're vets.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Loving life.
Absolutely nothing, sir. It's an outrage, an indignity, quite frankly a crime. You, sir?
Nice.
Oh, we didn't roll for the bombardment, but that's alright.
Yeah, do it now. No one's moved.
Sweet. So, to the table, to the charts.
Yeah, there's no chance it'll affect these guys who've actually had game happen to them so far.
Yeah.
I just rolled it 4+.
Yep. In the box helps. 4s.
Okay, and roll again.
8
2.
inches.
It hits my spotter.
Sweet. Now that's going to be 1 hit on him.
D6.
1.
1 pin.
He's a happy bunny, as it say.
Possibly more pins. It doesn't really matter situationally.
No.
Because he's a spotter, so he can have as many pins as he wants because he's not moving from that position in this game.
About as much use, in fact, as a chocolate fire guard. But I didn't pay for him, so mustn't complain.
Yeah, I tend not to use them too much.
I literally take them because they're free.
It was an interesting decision to place it where I was going to move off as well.
Yeah, I said, not very good at war games. I'm professionally, in fact, bad at them.
Sorry, D3 pins, 'cause it might come up later.
Still one was the roll on the dice.
Yeah, but it's D3 pins. 1 to 5, you take D3 pins.
Ah,
6
right,
to 5,
right.
you take more pins.
Confuse me, sir. There you go.
So it's me.
It is you, sir.
Okay, then. So let's do something with that panther.
I suggest you do nothing with the panther. Possibly reverse over your own troops.
Yeah, I'm just going to advance. So I assume turret moves first.
Yep.
For safety's sake. So that was 3 inches. Pivot.
Sneaky rotate, yep.
Let's take measures on its last legs. I need a new one. It keeps jamming. Right, a bit more because we're on the road.
Yep.
On the road again. And then, going to be horrible, and point blank, super heavy AT,
Yep.
HE them, and machine gun them.
They will both go down.
Okay.
Because they're basically not relevant to my game anymore. Because you can win next turn, or I could win next turn.
Just sit there.
So,
Stay.
yeah, what was that? So you've gone down.
Yep, both
Okay.
go down.
So 2 is because of point blank, 3 is because it moved, 5 is because of point blank.
5
Oh,
go
sorry,
down, yes.
focus down. So, 5 would be nice. 4,
And then,
close enough.
It's almost a 5, it's like a 5, but one less.
And then 5 on the guys getting MMG'd.
You got your extra dice for being Germans for once.
Yes. For once, I do it
Ooh.
quite often.
4 hits. It's enough to wipe the squad.
That is. And they are bets.
1, not exceptional. 1 more dice, and take a pin.
I surely will, sir.
Alright, dice.
Yes.
That panther maintains its aggression,
You, sir.
which I'm a big fan of. Always been a fan of the danger plays, you know?
You're going to charge the Churchill, aren't you?
I charge it.
I mean, you knock against hand grenades.
Who takes those?
Right? Kind of weirdo.
Bum, bum, bum. Move them up. I'm going to Panzerfaust it instead.
Ah. And the Churchill will squat its suspension and attempt to go down.
So we are in side arc
Yep.
and point blank. So
Yep.
3's to hit, and then side arc armor. Hits,
Cool.
which is nice. I'm so used to seeing Panzerfaust miss. That's
Oh, yeah.
a very rare day.
That's why I don't bother with them.
So you're so I'm +6.
Heavy
You're
tank.
heavy tank, so 10.
Minus
-1
1.
because of side armor, so 3 to 2 superficial damage.
Yep. Not the G word. That's
That's a extra
Catastrophic,
pen.
yep.
That's catastrophic penetration.
just about get the smoke ready. Cool.
Dead.
Oof. Dice out. Oh, turret ring's glued in on this one. Now the toupee. Now he's qualified to be a leader of pretty much any Western country.
Well, that worked. That worked very well.
Dice for you.
I'm stunned you didn't start with the Churchill, really.
Like I say, not very good at war games. There we go. It's you, sir.
Sweet. I mean, these fellas are going to move up.
Yep.
Again, the furthest extent there, so
Yeah.
not about finger's width away from the actual middle of the board.
Yeah, that's fine.
And they're all huddled against this
Yes.
side.
They're playing
Obviously-
acoustics.
But yeah, obviously some of them are
going to slide down because that's how this works.
Yes.
Oh, no, maybe not.
With some grating material.
Order check first. Yeah, they love it.
Yeah. They care not. Not a single jot.
I mean, they're all going to just shoot him.
Yep.
All long range.
Yep.
They're assault weapons, so they don't care, so 4 to hit.
Small team.
5 to hit. This is 10 guys. 5, 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15. I've got some more over. There's some over there, yeah. 20 dice, looking for 5s. It's irregular.
Yeah, statistic wipe, so. Will they all fit?
That's not bad.
That's enough 5s, yeah.
So, removing fails.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they're dead.
Yep, and that'll be game. But let's see if I can stop you and play for the drop. Cool, off they go. Dice for you remains there, sir. Me. I play this game too. What else left to do? Forward observer goes down in the church. You again, sir. You have
Mortar in the church. Hitting on 2s.
Yep.
Hits. Does this many hits?
4. Yep. Handful of dice. Regularios.
And winning on 2s. 3 more die,
3.
which might actually be a rally check.
That will be a rally check.
And you take 3 more pins.
3 more pins, that's 4 pins. NCO's still there. So that is looking for 4s. Yep. Nope, off they go. Another dice for you. This will be the quickest you've ever beaten me at anything. We'll have to come up with some filler content. Quickly, piano intermission. Play them out, Johnny. Over to you.
Okay. Fives to hit with heavy cover. Or 4s to hit with soft cover on the spotter. I actually kind of like the 2 for 1 on the spotter, really. So fire order.
Yep.
Guys in the
Is that with the pack 40?
pack 40
Cool.
HE. So
You're firing at the building as well, aren't you? So
yeah, so it ignores things like small team.
So as long as you're outside half range.
Probably that. Looking at it. Yeah, so 4s to hit 5s with soft cover.
Yep.
Oh, right, no cover. It's a half HE. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, take the other one and miss.
Whiz. You again, sir. Have another go with something smaller. Is there still somehow 2 dice left? Although I know I lose a dice at the end of this turn anyway for that UC.
Activate. And these guys order check.
Yep.
They love it because the officer's right next to
Yep.
them.
They care not.
They're just going to start to advance that way, and this time go into the trees.
Yep. So they're in the woods.
Yeah. Not a huge amount of them to shoot at still, though.
They're on advance, yeah.
Yeah. Pot shots at the foe.
Yep. 6s, presumably.
7s.
Yeah. Got to confirm though.
Nada.
Cool.
Didn't even bother with the rifleman.
There we go. Over to me. Mortar, fire pack 40 on 5s this turn.
Yep.
No. 4's next turn. Maybe dead next turn, but a hopeful 4's next turn. The chance of a 4 next turn. Here we go.
Be the MMG.
Because it's him and the officer left.
Yeah. MMG's just going to hop onto the other side of the hedgerow.
Yep.
And again, light up the foo. Not bad. In fact, 4's because moved, 6 is because of heavy cover.
Small team as well.
That's small team, yeah. And 6 again, nothing.
There's me. I play this game too sometimes. You can call what I do playing. The HC. Because they only have one Panzerfaust, that's what, right?
Yeah.
HC will advance.
I'll take the Panzerfaust model off.
Do that sparesies. And he. I'm not going to hit with the HE, so he shall give it them good with the good old baser.
Actually, going to put a Panzerfaust in this one.
Oh
Oh no, they do have one. They already got one. That's fine.
Oh no.
We do have the right amount.
The Panzerfaust Immortal. He's popped up again.
So soft cover.
Yeah. Moved. Short range. So it's going to be 5s. One whole hit. And they're regulars, yeah?
Yeah.
One whole kill. Is it exceptional? It is not. It is in fact merely mundane.
Probably leave the sergeant where he is.
That's the most mundane
by accident.
It's the most mundane sergeant. Oh, and so end of turn, I believe. Oh no, you've got your officers here, haven't you?
Yes.
There you go, sir. Have a dice. Do something with him. He said there's a lovely pub in the nearest town. He can't wait to go and try it out.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have them follow the kill squad.
Cool. So end of turn, you see books it.
Nice.
Another dice for you. There's one of the Backy Panther.
Yeah.
Yep, that's my lot.
How many are you down to?
5.
What?
Turn 3. I reckon you're going to take me this turn.
Nice.
That's my prediction. Chat, do you reckon Matt can take me this turn, or is it going to take 2? And your dice, I'm going to go sanitize. Get some more hand sign in here for next one.
Me?
Him? How could this possibly happen? The law of average was strongly in my favour. Or something.
Take 2.
Yeah, both go down.
This time, 4's to hit.
Yes. Because they're not a small team yet, damn it.
So I'm going to do the MMG first, hitting on 4's.
Yep. Who's the MMG going into the vets?
Yeah.
On the front, of course it is.
Oops. 1 dead.
Well, dead. Thank God, they're now a small team, finally.
And 1 more pin. Whoops. And 4's to hit with the
HE.
HE.
Like a splatter gun.
Yep, there we go. And that's a squad wiper.
Yep, it's 2s.
It's going to be all bar 2, so it's
Yeah.
a 10-man squad.
Yes.
8 dice.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yeah, you haven't killed any out of them yet. That's about to change, of course.
Yeah, that's going to be on 2s. These guns are pretty big. Take 8.
Yep, and tell me how many pins, and I'll just see if the squad even bothers.
1.
1 pin, so that's
No, not too bothered.
so it's going to be 7s.
I'm assuming you're already on 1 pin, right?
No, because you missed them last turn because they went down. Cool. So and they fail anyway.
There we go. The regulars.
Oh, they are, aren't they?
Yeah.
So
But there's 2 of them left.
that's right. Now they're both small teams. See, cunning tactical play here, Max.
Yeah.
Now they that's it. Off you go to the corner of shame. Shame covered with you.
Alrighty. So, more dice. Me. These guys are going to hop the river.
Yep. That's actually how they did it as well.
Yeah, hop, skip, and a jump. No need to get boots wet.
No hop, no skip, just a forward thrust.
Border check. I forgot about that. Didn't realize I had a pin.
They care not.
Splishy splashy.
And should I take out the energy as well? Yes. Simple reason. Now they're in cover.
And quite damp.
Well, it doesn't matter where you come from with the AC now, so...
Yeah, it's true.
Fire... this... Oh no, it's getting ranged, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, we're going to move that guy out. So we're going to go 3 inches that way, 3 inches that way.
Yep.
So more than enough to counter the zeroing, and if that AEC wants to try the road, he will regret it. Me. And follow up your armoured buddy on a run. Nice and speedy.
Oops.
Alright, me.
My old tactic coming back to haunt you, choice paralysis.
Hey, I'm just going to actually run around the corner and cower. Because getting in the building would be tantamount to suicide.
They may wish to order check to cower.
Oh yes, they might.
So do they cower or do they cower in place, sir?
Either way, it's something to stop the HE from tickling them.
Yes.
Now, if they don't have Panzerfaust, they're a little bit out of luck if that happens. So let's put them behind the heavy cover, not in the heavy cover.
You. Hooray. Basically, mortar. Too close for those, too close for those, can't see those. May as well hit the pack 40 again. Cool, cool. So 6s again. Nope. 5's next turn.
Right, officer, those guys. Who's left?
Your spotter, who's also the mortar.
And water and officer. Not really much to shoot, so I'm going to go for the AEC just in case I get a lucky hit.
Yep.
Nada. 5's next turn though, doesn't move. I get the first dice maybe. Over to you.
Yeah, you see it's going to move.
Boo.
And put paid to all of your cunning plans and throw your strategy into disarray. And, as Spina Requiem pointed out, win me the game.
Yes.
He's going to advance. He's advancing 9 with 1 turn. That's going to be double on road, so 18. Need to go 4. Pivot. 14 inches left. And he's going to kind of do what he's got to do, which is hope for a 7 on the pack 40.
Okay.
With HE. So, yeah, that is going to be moved over half range. Heavy cover, yeah. Can he dig it? He cannot dig it on a 1.
Who's saying that? Intelligent Mr. I don't think there is rules for the propaganda cameraman.
There were. There are actually.
Okay.
I want to say Germany strikes. They're a weird, like, little morale boosty thing for troops. They're certainly nothing game winning.
Yeah.
But who goes down in the church?
I think it's just my officer. Officer moves up with the party group.
Yep.
Turn 4.
Turn 4. Well, it didn't table me this turn. Like some kind of prehistoric nematode by Klingon.
And you can have the dice back this turn.
This burden is too great to take it from me. Me.
Alright.
Needed that. Needed that quite a bit. The AEC. I mean, I can't win because I've literally got nothing that can get to your objective. So the AEC is going to advance with one pivot kind of built in there.
Yep.
Like that. Yep. HE, so that's going to be moved, so point blank, then moved, heavy cover. Oh God. 5 3s, yeah. Dice of that. That's a hit. It's a whole hit. It's a 75, it's a 2-inch blast. How many can I get? Get 3 on that? Yeah, nice one, thank you. And that'll be 2s. A trio of. That's 3. And how many pins? D3. Take 1 pin. And some immediate checkage.
With 1 pin, they pass.
Yep, he loves it.
Which I can live with.
It's because the guy's looking through the binoculars, he's not noticed what's gone on beside him.
No, he's about to.
What do you say?
Pack forward, he's going to finish him off.
Yep. Is he on any minuses for being one-man crewed?
-1.
Yeah.
If he passes his order check, that
So
is.
that'll be order check and then a 3.
Loves it.
Loves it.
Loves it. And
I'm just going to check for my light tank. It shouldn't actually won't matter, will it?
rolled an 8.
It is a light tank, so it's an 8+, so it's superficial. That's side armour, so 7.
Yeah.
So, pens.
Dead.
And I think, what time are we on, Max?
7:15.
What do you reckon? Where's the dice for him? You've got the dice for him.
Not a huge amount left to do.
No, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Is there's not you don't actually need to roll any dice to win.
Yeah, walk up.
Hey, at least the turret
Finish off the
this one.
infantry.
Yeah.
That was
GG.
short, bloody, and sweet.
Yeah. Awkward. Yes, the wrong way around handshake.
Yeah.
Bolt action, the way it ought not to be.
Yeah, that kind of went well.
That was a shock and awe. By which I mean you're left shocked and the audience is in awe at how bad I am at bolt action for a man who literally gets paid to play it.
That was pretty stunning, yeah.
Not a lot to say there, folks. Sometimes it do just be like that.
Yeah. Any questions? We'll take questions for a
Yeah,
few,
we've got
and then
time.
we'll start on the strikes. There's quite a lot of terrain to put away tonight.
We've got time, we've got a little bit of time to do an amnesty. What have we got next week, Max?
Next week, tell your friends, we have Alessio.
A man who does know how to play bolt action.
Yeah, one would hope. Alessio's on, so we're going to be doing a little bit of a Q&A with him with some questions that we've got for him, and then we're going to let loose the chat.
Yes.
So that if anyone has any burning questions for the man himself who wrote not only bolt action, but a lot of games, a lot of editions of games, I think you know some of the ones I might be talking about, then yeah, he will be on. Lovely chap to talk to. He's been in the office a couple of times. I played him. I think I only played him once, but...
What did you get against him? Did you beat him?
Of course I did.
Actually, I drew against him, which for me counts as a win. It kind of like wins for me are like dog years. Like every win for me counts as 7. But I've got Alessio coming up, and then we've got some American Civil War stuff coming on in the future, haven't we?
Yeah, so I think the week after that it is ACW with Tobias. Tobias is one of our colleagues, events coordinator for Warlord Games. So he will be popping in because he has been painting like crazy the American Civil War stuff. Obviously, perks of the job is sometimes they make you paint stuff while you're on lockdown.
Yes. To the point where Tobias, I think, has a good claim to have the largest epic battles American Civil War army currently.
Yeah, unless you count the studio's complete set.
Nah, they don't count, Max.
Yeah, but he'll be coming on. We've chose him because he's actually painted it.
Yes.
We thought a bit cheeky to invite to steal his models and then not let him actually play with them. So I don't know who'll be running that one.
Mostly because he's bigger than us.
But we'll see who is about for that one. I don't know if it'll be both me and Marcus, but we shall see.
Yes, we shall try and work out who, what, where, when, and why. And obviously, chat, let us know via the usual channels, info@Warlord Games, what you guys are working on, because I think once we've had a chance to get our interviews and things out of the way, it'd be nice to get back to some Hobby Corner, see what you've all been working on, and yeah, show us your models. What have we got in the chat?
Nothing huge amount. As predicted, the Green Puma proved to be the British MVP. It hit something.
Yeah, it actually... Yeah, I didn't take a single dice off you, and I think I removed 3 models, and they were all with the Puma.
Yeah, you removed 6. There was 1 off the squad that killed the Churchill, good trade, and 2 off the squad which was about to take the objective. I don't even know who took them out.
That was the...
Might have been the Churchill, actually. It was a long-range Churchill shot.
Might have been, yeah.
Yeah, not a huge amount.
So yeah, it's on balance, the Green Puma. Everyone needs a Puma, regardless of what nation you play. Find yourself a Puma and play it.
Everyone needs a Puma, because I didn't have one.
Exactly. You'd have
It
won
went so poorly for me.
You'd have won way better. It would have been way more convincing. Like this one, you kind of edged it out a little bit. You know, it could have gone either way, really.
5 turns for a, yeah.
You know,
Embarrassing.
you'd have tabled me in 3 if you'd had a Puma.
No, armor cars are alright. I don't actually massively rate them. They're fun, but they're not good, if that makes sense.
I
They're in that kind of
I like the Puma
range
and the
for me.
AEC because they're not actually armoured cars. They're light tanks with medium AT guns and wheels.
Yeah, and you pay for it. And you pay more than a light tank for it. They're a bit too pricey for my taste. They don't do enough to justify the price tag in a more competitive scenario, I don't think.
I actually think the Puma does a quite good job if you're not spending the points on a tank, for example. If you're going really infantry heavy, something like a Puma is ideal at filling in what is functionally a tank slot for fewer points.
Yeah.
Because you're looking at 160 points for a regular Puma. So I think that fills in a slot that you spend 230, 235 on a Panzer IV.
Yeah.
And obviously Recce as well, which is gnarly. So the really good thing, you've actually made my strike super easy. All my models are already over here. Joke's on you, I'm thinking about the long game here. By the long game, I do mean...
Well, I think my MMG did better than any other MMG ever. It didn't fire and didn't die.
Yeah, that is the most contribution I've ever seen in MMG.
It drew like 2 shots, which could have killed another unit. And that's all.
Objective achieved.
It was present.
Are you saying, Max, that you found a use for an MMG? They turn up.
Not in this game. I've had luck with them in the past. They're not. I'm not a pure anti-MMG player.
Well, you're
great.
Yeah, you're more that at the moment they're not good. You want them to be better.
Yes. Which I think is most people, but I will still take them. Is the difference? I know a lot of players don't even touch them at the moment because they are
just bad.
Yeah, they are. They're a little bit snake bitten, which is unfortunate. But like I say, next edition I'd expect them to get quite heavily buffed.
Yeah, that is not for reference us confirming or denying a next edition, other than I'm sure there will be one at some point.
Yeah. No confirmation of when, how, why, what it will be,
where it will come
assuming
from.
we are still in business, then at least probably like in the next 5 years, we will see it at some stage.
Optimistic there, Max. Trees are all in here, aren't they? In trees 1.
Or in here, a lot of them are for this set.
Cool. You're actually getting to witness something, a little bit of, again, how Max likes to say how the sausage is made, by which you mean 2 sweaty men frantically stripping trees off a table.
There's only one sweaty man here.
And it's you!
Any more questions coming in?
No wonder we were coughing, there's actually half of a bocage here.
Yeah. Cool, I see there was a discussion going. Haggard saying Blood Red Skies on stream. Yeah, I wouldn't mind at some point.
You've got a pretty chunky collection.
Yeah, I got lots of planes. I will at some point get my what are they called? Hurricanes and Bolton Pools.
Defiance.
Also got. Yeah. So at some stage they'll be finished up, which will be nice.
Oh yes.
But yeah, it's been a while since I painted any of those. Very busy. There's been a lot going on in Paint World for me at the moment.
As you ever see, I've seen a lot of stuff. If you don't follow Max's blog, follow Max's blog. Max, what's your blog so they can follow it?
Max Ace and Wargaming.
Because there is lots of good stuff on there for a various amount of game systems coming out.
Nothing Warlord at the moment, but that's okay. It will change soon.
I think you've painted enough French alone to justify some non-Warlord stuff.
Yeah, I'm getting a bit burnt out on the Romans. Lovely sculpts, but there's a lot of detail on them.
And you painted actually quite a lot of them for that level of detail.
And I'm on the cavalry, and cavalry always completely takes the wind out of my sails. So, yeah, I'm a little bit burning on them. But that's fine, because we've got other projects to work on.
Yes.
At the moment, I'm also eyeing up building my own board at home, which will be fun. Something a bit different.
That'd actually be that'd be a good one. We've done it before a little bit, but not as a focus. Be quite nice to see some, because I know there's some people in the chat who have made some absolutely fantastic boards in the past. Be quite nice to see kind of the boards of various people.
Yeah, I think.
We've had them in dribs and drabs.
Yeah, because Steve's actually sent in a video which I can put on now.
Oh, fantastic!
I think it's Steve. Oof.
Max lunges wildly from the floor.
I don't have the best knees in the world.
You bought them second hand.
So I'm just bringing up that video because I'm pretty sure it's saved. But it might be saved on my home PC for when I'm working at home. If not, I'll put it on the next stream at some point. Sure. Alessio won't mind a cheeky break.
Alessio, stop talking. We need to look at a video of a table.
We have the first ever video I recorded for Warlord Games here, though.
Oh, what is it?
It's
not that video, is it?
No, it's not the audition. It's a video of me showing people how to make flags.
Oh, I remember that one. Was that the one that...
It never got published because it was never actually supposed to be...
direct for a customer, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a customer needed to know how to attach flags, and I couldn't... Basically, it was a choice of I could either spend like 10 minutes writing down something that's probably not going to be very clear, or I could spend a minute making a video. So I did.
Yeah, can't argue with that.
So the world will never see that one.
That's if we get to
trust me, you're not missing out.
That's if we get to 1,000 subscribers. The first ever Max video will be released.
We're a million miles off that, to be honest.
No.
Take the screen down. So, yeah, fun with flags. So yeah, I think that'll be it for tonight. I'm not going to force out lots of filler when we don't really need it.
It's been an hour and a half, so...
Yeah, so I hope everyone enjoyed. Nice quick game.
You hope everyone enjoyed. Everyone!
Yeah.
I'm going to go home and cry myself to sleep. Luckily, I've got 2 days off tomorrow.
Oh, go on, Mike. One quick question. If you type fast.
To the stenographer's hands going.
Yeah, because next time we've got the... Because next thing's the boards off, and then there will be literally nothing to look at.
Yes!
There. Okay, basing gun mortar teams. Oh, I think I know the question. You can mount them on 60s by standard. However, if it's certain unit types or it's like a split up unit, there's no actual hard and fast on bases. So if you want them based individually, you can. My Americans are on a 60mm base with slots, so they can still be used as 25s. But let's see for the actual question.
In fact, I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of the. I've got my Nebel there for and stuff on a MDF roughly shaped sheet.
Okay, do you know how many of the crew to put on a 60mm round base? Depends on the specific weapon, but pretty universally 3. If you can fit 4 on, I know a couple of people do that with small artillery pieces.
Heavy mortars as well.
You can get it on. Obviously, you're massively at risk of HE at that point. So what I would do if it was like a HMG or a heavy mortar with 4 crewmen, I'd have one guy separate, or even have a scenic base like I've done with my American 105, which is a oval base, which is about yay big, so it's about 100 by 60, I think. So plenty of extra room, and the bot bases are actually sunk into it. So yeah, light infantry gun like your Lig 18 has 3 crew. You'd squeeze it onto a 60mm. No one would, it'd be entirely fair to go 2 crew on and then 1 on a 25 on the side, depending on space, so you can actually get the thing painted. And Amish, last question, likewise quick. Any interest in playing Antares for us? Yeah, at some point we'd like to get that in. It is, as I said, finding time to get everything painted. I've probably got about 400 points of Gar ready to go, but that wouldn't be an entertaining game. That'd be 2 units, probably over in about half an hour on average rolls. So at some point we have discussed looking at Antares specifically. If there's ever like a big release for Antares, then it would get a spotlight anyway. So like another supplement or something like that, then you can guarantee we'd get some Antares. But until then, I wouldn't mind getting a game in. But we'll see how it goes.
It's on the list, but it's not at the top of the list right now.
Same with Blood Red Skies. That's one I want to do, but it's time, it's scheduling.
We have to keep interviewing all these famous designers. It's such a burden.